Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Yeah, it was a little bit too much, wasn't it? So we had an update. We had the most wanted update happen in Space Engineers just on Thursday. What is today? Today's the 30th. It was what, the 28th? I should have figured out that before I started the channel, but a lot of new blocks, and it's actually adding to the game and already existing DLCs, which is nice because it expands out and makes the DLCs more useful, more reasons to pick up the DLCs, and I really like this update. It really expands on a lot of things. So well, let's get started, and we'll start with the T-Junctions. These things are nice. Now, of course, you've got the regular Conveyor T-Junction, which is useful. We've really needed these. We really have needed these. These are going to come in handy. And of course, there's the what is this called? The Conveyor Pipe Junction, which is part of a DLC. I think it's the Industrial Pack. Yes, the Industrial Pack. Very nice. I really like this, and I'm stepping on something I haven't gotten to yet. Actually, before we move on, I'll just jump over to this. This is another thing that was added. I'm changing my order, so I'm going to probably confuse myself. This is Conveyor Converter. If you ever built small grid stuff, then you always end up having to use like this big, massive block to convert things over to other spots, and it's really annoying. It's always been kind of an annoying thing because then your grid ends up having to be a lot bigger than it really needed to be, just because you needed to convert things. And this is a lot smaller, so that way you don't have to use like, oh, what was it that I always ended up mostly having to use? I'm trying to remember what it was. Because you'd have to use like a cargo or I think it's a small grid conveyor junction is the other thing you'd have to use. And of course, those things are like way bigger than this, the conveyor junctions. And that was just annoying. So these conveyor converters are going to come in handy. Really going to come in handy while building. So I'm really glad about this. This will decrease the size things have to be. So that's really nice. The other thing, excuse me. The other thing that has been added are these reinforced conveyor tubes. There's 3 of them. I only have 2 here. I'm trying to remember what the other one is. But anyway, you have the T-junction. Well, I think you just have the T-junction, the straight, and then the corner. That corner? Curved conveyor. Yeah. And basically, it looks like this on this side, but it's enclosed on the other side. One really nice thing about these also is the fact that you can build on any side. Because when you're using conveyor, you typically, like if you want to be able to build off of one, it's more complicated because you couldn't build around them. So now you can have it completely enclosed, and also you can build like things into walls now. And it looks pretty much fine on this side, and yeah, you got different kind of walls on different sides, so it looks really cool. I like it. It's good. It's very good. The other thing we have is we've got this bridge window face inverted, which is nice because it allows you to do things like this. This is one of those things, like I thought about using this in one of my builds, but it didn't quite work out, I think, if I remember correctly. I didn't end up using it because this piece was missing. So it's really nice to have that piece. And that's part of... What is that part of? Sorry, I'm using my tablet to look at what things are part of. And... I think that was part of... Was that part of the... Yes, it was part of the Warfare 2 pack, broadside pack. So this is really cool. So that's part of that DLC. But it allows you to like really make better bridges. I think honestly that piece was really sorely missing. The next thing on my list, I forgot to put, I'm sorry, I'm looking down the list as I'm going. Advanced small grid rotors. Those have been added to the game. That'll be really, really nice. I didn't put one here, but that's okay. Everyone's seen. If you've played Space Engineers, you've seen advanced rotors. So I'm not going to bother putting it down. But now they got it on small grid, so you can transfer things in between and all that. It'll make it a lot easier for things like making custom turrets and well, just all kinds of things. The other thing after that is these half window diagonals, which are pretty cool. And they're diagonal, obviously. And then you have these curved round windows, which are pretty darn cool, actually. I kind of like them. I like both of them. I love the addition of the variety is always nice. Let me jump down here because I know I did this in order. So now I've got to run all the way over here. All right. The other thing they added is the inverted corner desk, which, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the decoration pack. Yes, the decoration block pack, which is the first DLC they did, and that adds that to that, which is nice. I can think of this will come in handy. I do love furniture. The next thing is the neon tube. Two varieties. I left the... Darn it, I just realized something. Neon. The other thing that I did not put in here is the T-Junction. They also have a T-Junction now for the neon, so the neon lights. So you have that and another different color because I was using a different... It's okay. So you've got this like round design, which I think is cool, and you have the T-junction, so that adds more variety. Also, of course, with those, one thing that's also kind of cool, and I'll demonstrate that now. If you go to black and you put it down, it kind of looks like wiring or pipes, so that also can be used to kind of decorate things in a different way too. Instead of it being lit up, it can kind of, it has a very industrial kind of design to it, and I've used this to create like wiring across buildings and stuff like that, so that's cool. Another thing that's been added is the small grid neon lights. Now with that same neon light pack, which I think is also in decorative. No. Sorry, I have a cough that I can't get rid of. Sparks of the Future DLC pack. That's right. Both of these are Sparks of the Future DLC pack. Well, they added small grid versions to all of those, and I should have probably expanded this out a little bit more. But yeah, see, so you know, they have added versions of all these things. Excuse me. To small grids. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So that adds a lot more stuff you can do. And actually, I really love actually now that I'm looking at the black, that really will be convenient for your small builds and stuff. So for building your really elaborate small grids, I can see both of these being really cool. The other one is another half covered wall mirrored. This is what this is, and it's just offset in another way. It's kind of hard to show what it is. It's just a different one that will allow you to do some other stuff with. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of hard to show by itself what exactly it is. This other one that's really cool is the round windows, and there's a collection of this. There's an end that's here, and you've got a round tube, and you know, round. You've even got it to where it's you can have it facing the other way. So you know, there's a lot of options there. This I just put here because I don't know. I was just messing around. Different things you can do with them. They're cool. I think those will come in handy. And then the next thing are just 10 new armor variants, and there's just too many, and I couldn't figure out which ones were new and which ones weren't when I was just kind of quickly throwing them down. So I just threw a few down here, but there's a bunch more variants of armor. Well, armor variants. So, and actually, one thing I forgot while I'm here, let me go ahead and do that. Let's go back to like something. Oh, let's just do, I don't know, whatever. And there's new Weldless Armor. While we're looking at armor, I forgot before I forget about that. So yeah, you now can get armor that doesn't have any welds on it. So I can see that being kind of cool for the, like, if you really want a really, really clean look on your ship or vehicle or whatever it is you're building. I can see that being useful. And then the other thing, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Corrugated Armor. So, yeah, it's corrugated. Actually, let me just put something down here. Let's just do a block, because then you can kind of see it looks kind of like I can see actually even just like this, just with it sitting there, it looks like a cargo container. So that's pretty nifty for the different things you can do. You can also, like, where was I? I don't know. I'm trying to think on my toes. Let's take that and, you know, build like thin walls and just use corrugated so it looks like maybe a shed or something. I don't know. There's stuff you can do with this. It's actually kind of cool how you can just simply put two blocks together and it looks like a cargo container right there. A simple cargo container for your decorations. Okay, anyway, I think those are cool. I like the corrugated in particular. The clean, the weldless, I could see being useful. It looks really clean. So I'd have to think on that one. All right, so over to the next things, which are actually over here, because I did it this way. Little plushies. So we have plushies, which you can color. So you can see them here. I think, what did they take? Oh, so it's just engineer plushie. They're small grid, so I guess you can put them on, sit them on small grids, or just set them around. I feel like they despawn if they were just sitting around as this. But I guess that's so that you can, oops, I don't know, that's not what I meant to do. Let's just go to 9. I'm guessing they did it this way so that you can do things like just kind of oops, I've confused myself. Yeah, that way you can like set them on a desk or something. Although I imagine they despawn because they're just a single block. I don't know. That's just funny. I like that though. It's cool. But yeah, those are, and you can color them obviously, which is why I've got 3 different colors there. So that's that. And then also in the, which pack is this that they added this to? I'm trying to remember. The catwalks. There's 4 new catwalk variants, and they're kind of narrower. And they're in the decoration pack 2. Okay, so that's decoration pack 2. So you got the half grid. So this is actually quite useful because, you know, now you don't have to deal with just the wide catwalks, because the original catwalks are quite wide, are, you know, a full size block. These are kind of like half. Well, I mean, I guess they call them half grid. So yeah, so they're half grid catwalks. I think that'd be pretty nice, especially like having a catwalk between buildings or something, or you're taking up the whole space. So that's that. And then we've got this, which I really like, the ladder shaft. So it's completely encased, but you can go in here and you can climb up the ladder inside the shaft. And I think there's a way you can get off without, I was thinking, I guess you could go up here and then come off and, okay, I walked over. But anyway, there's different levels. You can hop off on different levels. I don't know how. Guessing that if I was here, maybe I could just, okay, so well, if I come up right and let go, okay, yeah. So if you, okay. So if because I was all the way up against it when I picked it, selected it, it put me back. Okay. So anyway, yeah, you have all these different levels. It'll make it a little bit easier, and I like this in inside of ships. I feel like this will be better than just having an empty, space like the old ladders, which are just which are useful. It's just they're kind of they're just that and then going up, which are nice too. I like these too, but I feel like this, especially in your bigger ships, that'll be quite useful. I'm trying to think. That's just in the default thing, and then we've got the railings, aligned right, aligned left, and diagonal railings. So it's just other variants of railings, which are pretty nice too, because I do like using railings a lot, although I'm sure I'd find a use for these. So yeah, I'm trying to think, did I miss anything? I don't believe so. I believe that is it for the update. It's pretty nice. The railings are in one of the decoration packs, I believe. Sorry, my yes, decoration pack 2. So the diagonal railings, because all the railings are in decoration pack 2. So that's where that is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for this update. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.